So what I was saying is that there are like two major perspectives as to migrating to New Zealand. There might be a couple of other ways might be difficult, but why I mentioned two that's why I said two because work or studies. So those two, a lot of people will want to come into visit to the country. Because visitor visa will not allow them to stay in the country. They still have to find another kind of visa and allow them to stay. That will still going back to without work or study. Because when you apply for work, when you apply for work, while you are on a visitor visa, there are things that can happen. Either you get the offer or you do not get the offer. So that is why some people's plans fail whenever they come into the land as a visitor. Shun every agent selling visitors, visitor visitors, and when you get there, you go and apply for job, okay, they quickly switch to this and that. Anything about quickly doing this, quickly doing that is very, very wrong. And why am I saying that? I've seen situations where someone say, oh, we get to this on arrival, very false. They lie from the very false. It's not as easy as people think, right? A lot of them, if you are not prepared and plan properly, if you get here, you get stranded and eventually go back. So you need that all the amount of money they have wasted, things they spent will have come to a waste. So those are the two major platforms. You can ask your question, which area, which other thing you want to know about it, then I'll be able to attend to your question. Okay. So where are you running? Where are you running your currently running the business, the finance, right? Where which country are you running this? Oh, you went to for bachelor in what? Are you running a oh so you first spend 1 year for accounting, do finance directly from bachelor in accounting. Accounting and finance. Not supposed to be related. Oh, so I think you might have made your research and then because something you can do and study finance, masters. So, okay, okay. Good, good. Okay, I think that is fine. I think a lot of time people before they even talk about going to part to any country, first they got to know the real life, in the country. What is the real life in the country? Because I would say this sure that New Zealand is peaceful and structured. So, but not a paradise. Again, if I come again, it's peaceful, it's structured, but it's not a paradise. We all know that for every cause there will be cons. There will be challenges that people are not putting out there that we some people are here in and we don't know that oh, it's heaven, right? It's paradise. So life is calm here, but then it will not flash. The life here is not flash. Just this something just small, teachers they are good about their business. Nobody cares about, and I think it's also mostly Western world. Nobody cares about like what you wear. Just make sure you cover your body and relax and then you eat. And also quite financially drained. And why do I say that? Even if you get work to contribute, the amount of flight it you is really high, right? So that's why if you decide to come this far, if you decide to come this far, means that you want to be able to say, okay, yeah, there are reasons why you go, why you make that migration go, and the reason is not far-fetched. So basically, um, one of the other things that I tell people is if you eat quiet life or you eat a slow, consistent kind of thing, the system here is not that fast. Fast, 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 fast. Let's quick, things quickly here and there. They take their time. That is why it takes time to get influence. They are going to take their time to review. You cannot rush anyone. You cannot rush anyone. Do you use an agency or the consultant? I will answer that this after this conversation. I will answer that question. It's a nice question. So pretty much. So this will frustrate you if you are in your kind of person. I've seen some people that extroverts do a lot of things, but then they're just by themselves. It's so, but you will find only probably anytime there is Nigeria kind of African kind of thing, join there, whenever we meeting, birthday, most of the practices that I have seen is that they not pass birthday, everybody working 40, 50, age or stuff. So there is no too much embarrassing about okay, what the right. So, and then but for you, let me ask you this question and answer sincerely. So, and that question will be around do you like a calm or also calm? But are you calm? Are you calm like you like in Nigeria as it is today? I do not really like a calm person. I just love I love everywhere that everything is possible. Good glass, bad. Yeah, but then, and the reason why I'm saying that is everywhere here is calm because you just go on um, several times. It's just cool. But then at times I have to market for start meeting people like that, like that. But it's not that bad. But then it's calm. It's calm. It's calm. Not hustling kind of thing like UK, like the UK. Mm. Yeah, yeah, one more please. It just done. Everything is fine. Still, so we'll be fine. Last, come back to the this question. I've seen around there. Do you use an agency or a consultant consultant? Hmm, what a good one. So I didn't use any agency. Neither did I use any consultant. And my story is a bit kind of grace backed kind of application. During my application, how I was just all about applying for jobs internationally, anywhere but Nigeria. That was my own mission and goal. And before I could do that, I've gotten some experience. I've gotten certain level of experience. And when I mean level of experience, I also know something very well on certain that you cannot migrate. Normally, I'm not talking about people that are doing parking today. I have 80 million, I have 30 million. Let me give you the money. Help me do everything. I don't have that kind of money. And I know the background where I came from. So I knew that if I have to Japa or work, then I have to work myself because I don't have money to give agents. I don't have any money to give what is Japa, Momo agents here and there. So my call uh, mission and vision was that okay, I will be so grounded in my space, in my field, that I want to be internationally competitive. And that will give me opportunity to now apply for jobs overseas. So I didn't have to look for consultant give somebody. I was just applying directly for jobs on Seek. I didn't use Seek. All of this. I was applying for jobs directly on LinkedIn. LinkedIn was my own call place. And prior to even applying for jobs on LinkedIn, prior to applying for jobs on LinkedIn, I have been posting on LinkedIn. So my first thing was okay, teaching people, giving people how to take advice, take data analytics, data engineering kind of content on LinkedIn. So basically, it wasn't difficult for the recruiter on LinkedIn to see my track record. I follow this guy is this and that. They saw that I post regular um, stuff relating to the what I'm trying to relocate with. And it took me years to get a job. Although during that first years, I wasn't actively applying. It was when I started being active, like active, that I was taking almost a year, almost a year. So when people say okay, I've been applying for sick, and I've taken it's always that. In fact, even back in Nigeria or Africa, wherever you are, when you apply for jobs, it's not all the jobs you apply for that you get. Let alone you now apply for jobs overseas. So if you have that, just there's you're looking at step, be aware that yes, if you're not perfect, if you are not if you are not if you are not self accepting that yes, this thing will be difficult and I will surely try. You take determination and commitment and you will be frustrated, tired and not lying. So the that success rate comes also with your own level of preparation. Preparation must meet opportunities. So when the opportunity comes, are you also prepared? I've seen someone and this is a true life story, have a lot of years, expensive years back in Nigeria, the or in Yugoslav, in before we and they are still working. Whereas reach out on this platform just last year on this platform, reach out our Oga, come and help me do my CV. Well, because it was my girl, somebody I don't like. So give me the CV and I saw this CV and I'm like, are you sure you want to school? But I cannot tell you. So I took the CV, help him optimize this and cover it and give me back the CV. And unfortunately for everyone accent, one thing I cannot do is people expected and apply for jobs. I cannot because I don't have that appetite. So I don't apply for jobs. I don't apply for visa because I'm not licensed immigration advisor. Who are the set of people that apply for visa in the So I think the CV optimized it for him, gave it back to him, and then he started shooting application on the CV. Fortunately for him, almost 2 months or so, 3 months into applying, he got an offer. I did an offer interview. He got an interview and he sent it to me that I got interview. I said that means this is good. CV is strong. Keep pushing on. And then he applied and he applied to this second company, that same particular company that gave him interview. He did the interview, whatever, whatever. But he is, again, what I don't know is he is good with his craft. He is sound with his craft. He's into what is it, artwork, like design, good artwork. He designs some things, all these people that whenever you are in Nigeria, they use painters that use what do you call it now? They use this kind of ability to do some triangle, now paint across that ability to make some designs. So he usually do all those and then they are doing that space for long. before you went to university and you know that. So it's good to have it. So and the company eventually almost after 6 to 8 months because we waited because the company did not have what we call accreditation in this. They call it something. I don't know what they call it in Australia. So now, as I speak to you, he has gotten to Australia. He got to Australia last month, that's January 2026. Then Australia now enjoying himself. So it's all about you preparing very well. And if somebody asks me, I have been using Seek for a while without success. That's why check out your CV, optimize your CV, using Seek here, optimize your CV. And the fact that you optimize CV, you don't know that you're going to get into 2 days, 3 weeks, or 2 weeks. So it's all dependent. And don't focus your energy and attention only on one thing. You don't focus. I didn't even focus my attention on music. Like I said, my attention was all about anywhere of Nigeria. I just want to go, but I want to go travel, work anywhere of Nigeria. So apply in New Zealand. We saw this one that people are very specific about coming to New Zealand. I didn't do that. So I didn't do that. So we were just applying anywhere. So I got interview in UK. I got a job in UK as well. Got a job here, but I feel like let me just choose this land because I know everyone in the UK. So and thank God for that decision today. So I think another question that people should also ask will be what are the jobs in New Zealand like? So in New Zealand, what are the jobs? Because it's very important. So the breakdown of this will be that okay, when you look at jobs in New Zealand, you can either get jobs from criminal. So you can either get jobs in either the health sector, which are nurses. You are talking about caregivers. You are talking about support workers. Those are the healthcare. That is the healthcare sector. And if you look at another sector, you talk about the trades. There are trade sectors. What they call the trade sectors are what we do not value back at home. We do not value a carpenter. We do not value a plumber. If they open their mouth and tell you how much they earn in New Zealand or overseas, you will marvel. So these folks earn more. Electricians, plumbers, carpenter, tilers, all these people are class, class, uh, classified or categorized as trades. So you can get job in trades. Remember, health sector or trade, or in fact logistics and warehouse. Logistics, though those kind of area might be a bit tough to get job in when it comes to logistics warehouse. And I've seen someone that say he is a warehouse manager. I got a warehouse assistant manager, but he didn't do interview. And then he can even do a cleaning of hospitality for people that have entry jobs, right? But ICT is there, education is there. I came in through the ICT one. Education is there. People that are primary school teachers, secondary school teachers. In fact, if you are in STAN, science teachers Association of Nigeria, if you are doing mathematics, further mathematics, chemistry, physics, all those ones, they have upper edge than somebody that read English. You want to come and teach English? Yeah. How do you go about the visa? That is a good question. So I will switch to that and come back to my line of thought. How do I go about applying for work visa in New Zealand? So how do I put it? I think there's a regret. There's a regret, and I regretted, but not so much of a regret because I had to pay someone to apply for the visa for me. and I will give you a bit of background of how it happens because it might happen to someone also. So when I got the job offer, they told me after the first interview, okay, I did the interview. They said they would have another interview with me. They were always having interview with me midnight. So if it is not midnight of Nigeria, then almost maybe it's fake. So because now this is 2 a.m., this is 2 p.m. in New Zealand. So I was having it like 2 a.m., which is normal. That was where I felt like, what kind of interview is this one? It is midnight, oh, they are doing the interview. That was when I check out where is New Zealand really, what is the distance? Then I know that okay, the difference is about 13 hours, 12 hours. So 2 a.m. I'm having interview this time, Nigerian time back then. So I did like three, four stages of interview, and finally they said, okay, I am the right fit for their role. That they gave me offer letter and told me this is how much I will earn. They gave a lot of that offer letter has about is it 8, 10 pages letter of this is your role, this is what you do, this is how much you earn, you'll be working with this and that. And they asked me to sign, then return back to them, which I did, sign and return back. And remember, 4 stages or 3 stages of interview, depending on this thing, but no interview at all. I don't forget it. So, how do I go about the visa? So, it is going to be a fallacy in quote, very wrong. I've seen some people that say what they are looking for is I want work visa, New Zealand work visa. Somebody told me, how can I apply for New Zealand work visa? Then I'm like, have you gotten a job offer? He said no. That is not the right question. The right question is, how do I get a job in New Zealand first before even going to the visa part? So, how do I apply for New Zealand? How do I apply for New Zealand? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Daddy. Good morning. Good stand up. Okay. So, all right. Okay. I'll update you first when I finish. Okay. All right. So, and then applying for the visa, applying for work visa after you might have gotten your job offer. After you might have gotten your job offer, will then be, you know, a thing of you. Um, they gave me option, and one of their option was that I am going to, is either I apply for the visa myself. There's something they call token in New Zealand. Is a job token. That job token is related to whichever migrant that they have. The company will pay for to say, okay, we are bringing in this guy to New Zealand. So they said they will give me the token. That is what I will use to apply for visa myself. Or they have a company that helps most of their migrants to apply for work visa. That which one do I want? So I was the one that eventually said, okay, no, I will use the company. And that was why I say I regretted. I don't know. I just want to go and pay some money. I would have actually lodged the application myself. If I have the level of information I have now, I would have loaded that visa application myself. But it's not too bad too. I paid them. They were asking me for documents, this and that. So I had to give all the documents, give them all the document that was required and requested. So and everything worked fine. So everything worked fine, and then we got the job, the visa, accredited employer work visa. So I didn't apply by myself. It was a licensed immigration company that applied for the visa for me. So, Lucy, I don't know if that answers your question. So, I didn't apply by myself. It was a licensed immigration agent or company, license immigration company that was it was my company that actually suggested them because and they gave me discounts according to them back in the days. So they gave me discounts. So there are some jobs that are harder. They are very hard for you to come into New Zealand with. Job like office roles without New Zealand experience, it will be difficult for you to come in. So for office role, it will be difficult for you to come in. I'll come back to jobs that are very hard for you to come into New Zealand. While I answer Madam Lucy again with a follow-up question of how much did it cost? Now, the question of how much did it cost is also open-ended. So I want us to be asking a close question. I can time it as how much did what cost? Are you talking of the visa application? How much does the visa application cost? I have healthcare phlebotomy, yeah, phlebotomy certificate, yeah. How much does what cost? So that is the first question you need to answer. You need to answer how much does what cost. So are you saying how much does the visa cost? If it is how much does the visa cost, I can't even remember anymore because I pay for the visa fee separately and I pay for the application fee. That means the company that I pay to, that is the money they will just take to apply for my visa, and I'll be the one that will still pay for the visa fee. So I don't know how much visa fee. Let's check. Let's check. Let's check how much is work visa today. Accredited employer, I think it's about 1,500 and something. Accredited employer work visa. So let's check accredited employer work visa. So the cost of accredited employer work visa today is now 1,540. I think it was about $750 back in the days. So when I came in, but they reviewed the prices and increased it. So it's now 1,540 and it is 5 years, up to 5 years based on the job offered up to 5 years, currently up to 5 years based on the job of offer. And back in the days, it was 3 years, up to 3 years based on the job offer. So it was 3 years back in the day, and instead of applying for another visa, 2 years visa. So I think that money is not too bad as well. So that money is not too bad. So I mean the whole thing. Now, how can I know how much the whole thing costs? So there is no way I'm going to know how much. In fact, I don't want to even think about how much the whole thing costs. So is the whole thing. And when I say the whole thing, are you saying the whole thing? There's no whole thing actually. So the amount of money I paid the company, I think it was about $1,000 for the company to help me apply, and then I pay another 750 dollars for visa, and you don't want to talk about amount of medicals because you are going to do medicals, amount of police character. So how much it costs for me will surely be different from how much it will cost for you because everything now should have gone up. Police character that we were doing at 30,000 back in the days. Now I learned it's now about 80, 100, 150 or thereabout, depending on who you know to get the police character. Medicals that we did back in the days is also increased for people that are coming now. So there is no way that how much everything costs will be a good question to judge your own application because it's going to be a different kind of ball game depending on the years back then to the current period that we have. Inflation will have set in, things will have been expensive, all this kind of thing. So I think it's more than that. It's more than how much it costs. So it just the major challenge is for you to get the job offer. Every other thing you will get. Every other thing. If it is to go and sell your village, if it's to go and sell your land or something, you have gotten offer and it is certain. I'm not talking of the one that agents are doing. That people go and sell all their houses and they will not still Japa. So I'm talking of a genuine one. So if you have that, so back to the conversation of jobs that might be difficult for you to get. Somebody is office assistant and you want to get a job overseas. Office assistant that needs to speak with people, to have conversation, and the way they speak here, it might be difficult for you to even understand. I'm just getting to learn, tune my ears to how to understand whatever they are saying. So which I'm doing a bit better, but how many years have I spent? Let alone they will not bring somebody that not have experience at all. So that kind of roles might be difficult for you to get. So if you have like a data skills or tech skills, that role is easy for you to get in if you have certificates. But if you don't have local exposure, you don't have. I know of a company that told me that, oh, I don't have a lot of New Zealand experience. And like, kí ló ń ṣe yín yìí? What is happening here? I don't have a lot of New Zealand experience. And I was in New Zealand. I don't have New Zealand experience. I'm like, you guys should go ahead, good job. So imagine somebody that is now in overseas. So and New Zealand experience, like, okay, how many years have you really worked in the system here in the country? And which I understand, totally understand that okay, you have a lot of New Zealand experience. So your years of experience based off as the time you have gotten to New Zealand also counts. So another job that might be difficult to get is the banking job. Banking, a banker. Ah, banking system and operations are so different. So it will be different from the one we have in Nigeria. So except this kind of banker wants to come to New Zealand to do anything like finance, like Madam Pretty coming to do finance, and if you get to do finance and fearless, so if you get to do finance, afternoon fearless. So if you get to do finance, if you get to do finance, you can as well start saying you want to find your way into banking. But at least you must do an equivalent kind of studies in New Zealand. New Zealand studies, they are very key and keen about you being in their study space when it comes to some jobs. Maybe data analytics, data engineering, we don't need that. I didn't have to do any of that. But finance, banking, all those people. And imagine somebody was a government worker in Nigeria. See that kind of person can get job in New Zealand. I don't think so.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir, to
Okay, go ahead.
interrupt on. So it's going to be difficult to get a finance job in New Zealand, yes, from Nigeria.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
see everything I'm saying. Don't take it 100%.
Mhm.
I'm just speaking
I
of
understand. I
my. It
understand.
might be a bit tough.
Okay. 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 It is. Can I write down some?
Which Christian is this? Is this our same Christian? I don't know the Christian. Thank you. So it might be difficult. It might be difficult. And if it is difficult, does not mean that people cannot still get a job. Christian, morning. Okay. So it might be difficult. Government jobs. Imagine somebody that is a government jobs, presidential greetings. So imagine somebody that is a government worker now come to. That's why there are some job in Nigeria that you should not even do. You should find yourself, even if you are doing it, go and find something like skills. Is it the same country or Africans that people are always saying that embezzlement? The fact that you say you are a government worker, something that maybe probably they'll be having a pushback that want to bring your corruption. But then what do I know? I don't know anything, but I'm just saying that some of all these jobs, they are truth. So the truth here is that if you are coming to New Zealand without a job, plan, so that will be one of the biggest mistake you make in your Japa journey. Thank you. So that is it. So in fact, coming to New Zealand without a job, again, coming to New Zealand without a job is one of the biggest Japan mistakes. But if you do want to come studies, that's fine. But not on visitor. Not somebody that is a visitor. You say you are a visitor and then you're coming as a visitor. Mm. But if you have body, if you get body, put your body. So if somebody has advised you, just make sure that the person has given you the job and then, but if not, because cost of living in New Zealand will humble you. I think somebody was asking a question, very good question about cost of living, and then there is a realistic ranges that people can even talk about when it comes to cost of living. Rents are very high, so especially Auckland, Wellington, so maybe some other places, and even places that we say that they are cheap, they are still expensive to someone that is just coming in without job, that is coming in as a tourist. The way they say tourist, 3 months alone, you will have known how much you have spent if you are coming as a tourist. Food in New Zealand is manageable if you can cook, but we have people that don't cook. They have to drive several miles. They have to bus to get food. They have to, if you are the type that you love to eat out, um, you're on your own. You have to be like fearless that cook anytime, any day, anytime, any day. She cooks. So pretty much that is what you should be able to, because if you are buying food out, if you are eating out, forget it. And transport is another thing. Transportation, you know, expenses. If you don't plan it well, you can and I because of transportation I decided to be remote back in the days when I came in. I'm supposed to be going to the office every day, and some days, those some days, maybe 1 or 2 days, just like, no, I want to do remote. I'll be working from home because I don't want to do transportation. Not that it was expensive, too much for me then, because there was subsidy on it at the time I came in, but they've removed the subsidy now. So transportation, and it's always going to be tough if you don't have a car. That was what I was told, and it is true that having a car in New Zealand is not a luxury, is a necessity. I'll come again. Having a car in New Zealand is not a luxury, it's a necessity. So, irrespective of anything, even let the smoke in your car, just buy small car. You don't necessarily have to buy a very big car, small car that will take you around. But if you are a visitor, you can't do that. So, and then when you look at the minimum wage here, I think it's 23.50 or 23.40. I'm not so certain, but around 24 approximately. So, if the if the if the minimum wage is around that, minimum wage helps you. It helps because it's a bit nice, but expenses will eat fast into your minimum wage. So expenses eat, and I know some people that will asking you that how much is the minimum wage? How much is the minimum wage? The question is that what you want to earn? Because minimum wage really in overseas are meant to be for like any ordinary kind of person, anyone. And if you have skills and you are coming in, definitely you are not going to be earning the minimum wage. You are going to be earning something higher than the minimum wage. So I want to believe that you are coming and you want to settle for the minimum. What happened to the maximum? It is just me, reasoning, and then and I have to say this, that you can earn well in New Zealand and still struggle if you do not budget. Again, you can earn well in New Zealand and still struggle to live if you did not budget very well, because everything you have to put budget on it, or else you are gone. In fact, it's even everywhere in the world. It's only in maybe probably Africa that you see cut short, you see shortcut, see shortcut to get money, and they believe that that shortcut will continue. Shortcut no deal, and people know they too much give people money for year. So you have to plan anywhere, anywhere and plan where. So basically, and that is how the life, work here. If I ask what city, for people that have been wanting to, thank you very much, Amadogba, for for people that have been planning to come to New Zealand, what city or which city are you planning to come to? Which city? And I don't know, which city are you aware of in New Zealand? Let me just let some people just put in the comment section. Which city are you aware of in New Zealand? Just comment. Let me shield there. Let people comment. How can you please? Blah, 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 blah. Which city? Anyone? Which city will you have loved to come to if you are Wellington? Confirm. Any other person? Any other person? Which city will you have loved to come to? Wellington, Christchurch, Auckland, Hamilton. You know, which one? Everybody now Wellington. No, nobody is wanting to come to New Zealand, Auckland, New Zealand. So I have Wellington here now. So there is Auckland, Christchurch, Wellington, you know. So just Hamilton is also a good place. So now the reason why I ask this is, if you are coming, I choose there because of my school. Okay, 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 okay. So if you look at stuff, right, one of the key things that I've seen here is the fact that anywhere you find yourself, you're going. I mean, it has. I don't think I was trying to do as well. Okay, so from what I've been able to see here, anywhere you find yourself, you'll be fine. You can move from one place to the other, but just come in. But look at the budget. Look at how much am I, what is the budget? Budget yourself and then check things out. But you'll be fine, really, when you come in normally, and then you'll be fine. So pretty much, and again, there are a lot of standards where you won't go, where you go before. Are you talking to me? Like where I go, I went to go and finish a task. I went, I went to go and finish a task. I have something I need to finish up.
I just see myself another person in the street.
But I was asking you that, fearless. Are you there? Are you
Not
there?
like me. I go make my hair sounds not.
So your hair is now,
Make I
did,
show you.
did you, yeah, show me, did you do DD or what?
No, it was just I wanted to just do my natural hair, but she not had an extension. It's in nothing, it's not GD.
Ah, who can answer this question now? I think it's people that have been.
Not to say
Are you still there?
let me be the very weak.
Now we go, now we no,
Now weak your pattern.
now we go. See, you know how my wife don't go cut her hair. Don't
I
cut.
cut my hair.
She don't go cut. I dey fight her.
Person don't be, you know how much?
How much?
$50.
That cut, having your hair cut here, and I need to let my
Just
hair
buy
grow.
wig.
I
Just buy wig. Cut your hair and buy
as in, well, why they tell me say make I go help her cut her hair. Na me dey do barber now. I dey do barber. I dey do anything. I go cut it.
just keep her for my head. Sometimes I just set that back and put scissors.
Ah,
I cut my hair at least twice a year.
she,
Even last week I was going to cut it. Don't let me not cut her. I have things to do in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
I just wanted something that would just not stress me. If I cut my hair, I do. My sisters, all they like do video call for me. They say, how they suffer for abroad.
Yeah, yeah. It's always like that. I don't see say she don't cut her hair. Wetin happen?
They don't know. They don't know. I just pay $400.
I say, omo.
Yeah,
Ah,
like that every 2 weeks.
and I why?
Even this one, she just say, no, I'm just $50.
Somebody say I plait my hair myself instead of cutting my
That
hair.
one skills that you should have.
And some people have that skill to be doing like this.
I did it 11 and a half years ago. I don't think I've tried it again. It's hard, not when you have young children. I do single style for my daughter when one goes school. So
Yeah.
2 days, my thumb is 90.
Because if you continue to do it, you
you
get used to it.
Yeah.
So it's just like
She doesn't
exercise.
sit for anyone, so I make her own hair. But thank God, only one of them don't they make it. The other two not they make it.
Okay.
Like your wife that she will they do for 3 girls.
She dey try.
Will they pay her? Will they pay her?
Yeah, they pay her. They pay her.
She not they pay.
Why how do you mean say I know they pay? Are you my wife?
I know you they talk like
No,
eyes.
are you my wife?
The way they talk like they pay.
Did my wife complain to you?
You did no, I'm telling you to pay her. I'm protesting.
That's what I'm saying. She's getting paid.
3 girls here, no easy.
E no easy. In fact, to be a father of 3 girls, no easy.
Yeah, responsible one.
As in, na so they go dey drag me up and down, come and do this one, come and do this. All these things
But
there.
to make her now.
I sabi now.
But you know you say to say you born boy now, you for the cut your boy.
I sabi make hair na. No be wetin I dey talk you tell you say na everything I go dey do. I don dey become woman.
Who dey cut your hair? You dey go barber shop?
I dey cut my hair myself.
You know they go barber shop?
But at times, I dey use barber shop once in a while. I used like the last time I used barber shop, the guy.
The guy who want tie my boy,
Ah,
I said $55.
How much? How much?
55.
Now so they do $60, $50. So I just and that guy no tell me.
Child is not supposed to be that expensive.
Don't is that your own is too expensive. That guy no tell me how much he won't cut the hair. I don't see another thing. I get the one wey be low fidelity where I dey go use wey be say maybe the guy no too sabi just cut something but at least he dey cut my hair.
But you know they do style now, so you don't really need those top.
Now I go just use my clipper do those cut because I dey want to do.
You don't make them their own name because of that they are in gold or turn gel and fling.
I no gel anything o. That guy no gel anything for me o. And I see price list. I see 35 abi something for price list and the guy dey tell me say na 50 something. I say no be adult. I see the stuff. Which African na why I no go to the guy again o. I no dey go. I say no, that's the price. I say okay. Me I no dey complain. You know say for house they go tell you say if you wan barb hair no dey complain something wey you wan use your hair you dey barb you dey negotiate how much you wan cut your hair. All those Yoruba have this kind of thing. You say your head you dey barb your hair.
The one we went to was my boy. I see him went and they say $55. I say mom it's too much. Let's go.
Yeah, no ask.
One find one near us. And you know the funny part? There is one opposite this $55. That one is $30.
That's it.
I said maybe you want I said so what you gonna charge for?
I no understand though. I said the one wey I dey use wey be normal my regular customer but my mind dey tell me say that one no too sabi because this one I say maybe my mind dey tell me because I no dey too like the way this guy dey just open the place the setting dey alright e no too far I come reach okay now enter I no know say they go collect the money for the setting from me so but e dey okay their speaker their everything e dey be like all those Naija Unilag kind of barbing shop wey be say you go see say e make sense. As in, now why you now and the day beside though, they not too far. Oh.
I'm
See,
telling you, this one was like almost $30, $55. I'm like, what's wrong?
oh
But if
God.
you look the sex, the guys that are doing $30 are the Indians.
Yeah, so the other guy too. Now in maybe Indian or Pakistani or
No, the other
something.
one was they were Kiwi
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Samoa.
yeah. This is almost the same thing for me. The new guy now they be Kiwi people will be like really indigenous. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
their own country expensive. He say he ask me which style that one. I say make he barb the style with dey
Which
him
style
head.
with this your hair?
I say make he barb the style with dey him hair. I no sabi style wey
With which hair?
I no know say the style wey dey him hair dey expensive.
Okay, then you okay, and you come out that style.
He come barb the style. I say oh just I no know you know this place you no go know the hair wey dey dey.
Okay, but let's say they talk to somebody before I join.
I learn it whenever I go to hairdresser shop. Okay. This okay. Let me see. What is the question? We'll come back to our gist. We'll come back to our gist. My sister is so pretty. Okay. Pretty. Sir, what about jobs that are easier to secure? Which one do you have? I think I've mentioned some jobs easier to secure jobs are health or those health practitioners. So if you're in the data space, tech space, or something, your job might be easier a bit if you have experience. And then if you are in the trades, those one are also easy. Trades, people that are plumbers, that are tilers, that are carpenters, call them builders here, electricians, all those kind of people. And then basically, so some of all those places. Overall, nothing is easy to secure, but just that some are very difficult. Office assistant, government worker, so like what I said. So basically, so which role do you have? Which job do you have? If you have, I think you say you have finance, just come in as a student and then go into finance. If you are going to go into finance, I think it should be fine. So that is just the thing. Because when you talk about the immigration, stuff in New Zealand, a lot of scams are out there, and I'm not a licensed immigration advisor. Anything pertaining to immigration in New Zealand, go to immigration.govt.nz to go and confirm properly whatever you need. So, and some of the key things that I've seen, key truth is that no agent can guarantee you a visa. No one. In fact, no one. We have some people, we have someone or some people in this platform that will tell you, yeah, because they are white or they are black, they will tell you that they have jobs somewhere in New Zealand, they have relationship with recruiters in New Zealand. They are all lies. No agent can guarantee you visa. It is just the prerogative of Immigration New Zealand to guarantee that you get a job offer. So don't fall for that scam or 100% visa. Never, never. So many people come as students. Okay, go and sleep. Yeah, this way. This way. Go and sleep before you sleep. Come back and watch me put me to the ball. So, as you have said, so as you have said now, let's prioritize times. So many people come in as students and then they will then move to work. So basically that is the best, student or work. Forget all these visits, campaign that people have been doing. Immigration rules in New Zealand change often, and some agents do not update themselves. I've seen agents giving out work visa of New Zealand 3 years today, work visa of New Zealand 2 years, work visa. Scams everywhere. So, and also pathways. If you are going to ask for pathways, your pathway can depend on the skill in demand. So if you have a skill in demand, maybe probably on the green list, just go through that pathway, and then you are able to get, your way out. So if anyone promise you 2 years PR guarantee, run away. Run away, because somebody already promised on this black app that within 2 years you get PR. Never, never. Within 2 weeks, within 2 months, you get to New Zealand, you'll be able to get your PR straight up. Hmm. It's all lie. So run away. You know that song, run away, run away. So, and again, I don't know if that is answering your question, or I'm just talking. If you know that you are still here, just comment that I'm here. Let me not be talking. Uh-huh. So comment. I want to do something. I don't know if it's going to be fine. I don't know if some of us that are here, if we can join on YouTube. I want to see how it's going to be on YouTube. Madam Pretty, do you want to join these palms? Let's just go join the YouTube, and I want to see. Maybe you just power tap. Okay, you can be power tapping on YouTube like that. So basically, from what I'm saying, you are interested. Ah, I've told people not to just to be saying I'm interested, because you need to be careful of what you are interested in. You can be interested in shooting, can be interested in stealing, can be interested. What exactly are you interested in? Somebody will just come and say, I'm interested. Then I ask, what are you interested in? Let's have a clear decision, a clear statement, a full statement for that matter. Can we start? Let's power tap, let's power tap. If you are on YouTube, if you join on YouTube, please continue to like, continue to like. So, and this thing I'm about to say now, and I hope that we put this down, that these are some of the things that nobody will tell you before you japa. Nobody. And this one will eat you differently, so differently, right? Because loneliness is real. You can be lonely. Seriously, loneliness is real. So, except maybe probably you are with your family, even with family, it can be lonely at times, right? Because I told someone when I gave birth, Nigeria, you have a lot of people come around. Only few will come, except the community, maybe church community, even my neighbors, wey dey between, that dey in between. They know they enter our house, come say, okay, congratulations, oh, you gave birth. Never. Everybody dey their day. You gave birth, oh, congrats. Now outside we go dey see, they say, you gave birth. Okay. E no be like that, to no be so. But then it is what it is. It is what it is. So loneliness is real. Number two is the fact that making friends, you know, takes time in New Zealand, except you want to have frogs as friends. You have to be careful of friends that you make, because the friends you make might make you or mar you. So you have to be very, very careful. You have to choose your friends wisely. And that is one good thing that you need to be aware of before you japa, and then you may start from zero again, because really I've seen people left banking to move to New Zealand, starting everything from zero again. All these are some of the things that Japa actually, brings. And let me see, YouTube folks, thank you for supporting. Let's support. Let's part. If you have any question, you can drop it also on YouTube. So hello.
Are you doing recording?
Yeah. On two.
You recording? You making recording now?
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
It's
I
fine.
want to ask you something.
Oh, well, you can ask. Is it not part of it?
No, DM me now.
Okay. You can drop your questions. Drop your question. Support Power Tap. But these people that are camera down, I hope they are on YouTube. Yes, I think so. Okay. Oh, this is Pretty from TikTok. Oh, thanks for joining. So thanks for joining. So just continue to like. So pretty much, and again, another thing that I will say is the fact that mm, you need to respect the rules, instituted rules in the country. It's not negotiable. I remember when I was doing, I don't know, I just came in, I was using my phone. I was using my phone to as map to go, and I was driving. I used one hand to hold it like this to hold my phone instead of me to buy dashboard and phone holder or camera or something. So I've not gotten it back then. I hope to get it, but I was just so new in the system. I was stopped by police and I was given a fine. And he can't say, I beg you, I beg you, nowhere. So you have to respect, you know, they should respect for rules. And one of the rules here in New Zealand, they know they own anyhow. You know, go hear ping anytime wey person beep the horn, say ping, you see that the person is sleeping at a traffic light. Maybe the person forgot to go or something, just a ping. And it's not going to be like you honk it for longer time. It's just going to be like awareness. I remember when I was reading to pass my, driver's license, they said if you need to on in New Zealand, you cannot even on for animals. Fearless, you are aware. I read that thing. I was like, animals that if you are driving back,
You wait for them to
you now wait. Animals will be going. They say you cannot on because it scares them. I say, hey, anytime I see animal, just wait, go your way, just go your way. So all these things are rules here, and you have to respect them, so that you can, be able to live comfortably well in the country. Racism exists, and that is for sure, but it's not subtle. It's not really, obvious. It's subtle, not obvious. It's not loud. Here in New Zealand, it's not loud. So, and basically, you have to look at it very well. And then, so if you are patient and you are focused, New Zealand can reward you. The system rewards. So the system works. It works really. Somebody was saying that, I was driving. There are always tunnel. I don't know if they are tunnel in Christchurch. So they are tunnel in Auckland. There tunnel to connect maybe probably city to west. There's a tunnel that you go to. Inside the tunnel, before you get to the tunnel, there is this sign: "Do not overtake in the tunnel." Do not overtake in the tunnel. And I usually see people overtake. I was not asking someone that came to pick me from the airport one day that, why are people overtaking in the tunnel? I say, I leave them. They will give them fine. It is when they give them fine. And you will not know that they are giving fine. It's just that those people will receive a mail that they have been fined for doing driving stuff like that. It's like, okay, that is where system work. That is where system work, and we have to also be careful so that our names will not be, in bad book, really. And there are some people that New Zealand is really good for, and there are some people that it is not good for, and that is the truth. We need to speak it out. If you are is this of you now, or somebody that sells house? There's somebody that I was having a conversation with. Apparently, he sells houses, and okay, I asked him when he came, and then he said, "I want to relocate to New Zealand." I said, "How?" He said, "Through job, work route." And when I asked him, "What do you do?" He said, "I sell houses. I help them to sell, and I help them to buy." Ah, and I'm like, that one, I don't know, because all I know is that people that buy house here, they are lawyers. is lawyers are the intermediary in New Zealand. If you want to buy or sell a house or something, so because the buyer will have a lawyer, the seller will have a lawyer. So it is the lawyer of the buyers and the lawyer of the sellers that will be interacting. So I see no where when it comes to financial this thing, but any other coming to view the house or something can be buyer and seller. But when it comes to buying, really buying the house, transferring ownership on now lawyer to lawyer, nothing concern the owner, the buyer, and the seller. I say okay because selling house now, I don't know, you have to join their maybe you want to join lawyer stuff or so. So that kind of New Zealand might not be a kind of place for that kind of person. So people who want stability, New Zealand is good for them. If you want stability with family and everything, if you want families, if you want New Zealand is a good place for families. If you are traveling with families because of your family, if the reason for your traveling is I want my families, New Zealand might be a good place for you. And also, if you are a skilled worker, New Zealand might be a good place for you. A skilled migrant, New Zealand might be able to try. Also in Australia, they try. So basically, so and when you look at all these together, when you look at all these people who are ready to learn and adapt, they will thrive in New Zealand. So New Zealand is a good place for people who are ready to learn and adapt to the system. However, New Zealand is not good for anyone that want to make quick money. If you have quick money mindset, New Zealand will never. It's not a good place because where is the money gone? So New Zealand is not a good people for people that have fake luxury expectations. I've seen someone like that. Just anything big. Yeah, then you will marvel at how the system will be negative about you. And people that also who hate rules, New Zealand will not be a good place for them because there are several rules here. There are rules and the system works. You have to abide by them. If you are the type that cannot abide by system rules, now fine. You go shop fine tire. I shop 150 fine and I get sense. I think it was that same day or the second day, I went to go and buy the car and phone holder, car phone holder the next day because I don't want to shop another money. So basically, all these are some of the things we say. So based on whatever you have been to do, and it's just going to matter of do I think New Zealand is a good place for me or not? With all these things that we have been saying, New Zealand is good for this and that. It's not good for people like this. If it's to make money quickly, run away, oh, run away. So let's see if you have any question. Just ask your question. Thank you for those that went to YouTube. I think I have one like, and I know they like. Madam Pretty, you went there, you didn't like. It's like my own count, my own like is not counting. I don't know why. As the host, now me do the like there. They don't see me finish. Ah, no be here, now YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. You guys should go and subscribe. Oh. You have to subscribe. There is not, you just have to subscribe. I think I need to go and be looking at people whether they have subscribed or not to my YouTube channel before I answer them. But I'm pretty, have you subscribed? There are videos there so that you don't come back to ask me some of all those questions that I've answered in the videos. But I'm pretty, have you subscribed? All these people.
To your YouTube channel. Can you hear me?
What do you say? Let's part
I
out.
have subscribed.
Oh, you have subscribed.
To your YouTube channel, yeah.
Yeah.
Not even today. It has been a while now.
Oh, really?
Both on YouTube and TikTok, yes.
You,
First came across your video on TikTok, then I went on YouTube, then I saw it.
That's nice. So you have not subscribed to Facebook.
No,
I'm mostly on YouTube and TikTok.
I'm on Facebook to Bams. Is it Bams NZ?
Okay,
I don't even know, maybe it's Bams or
I'll
Bams
check it.
NZ that I have on YouTube. It's Bams NZ too, Abi. I was trying to maintain the same thing. Don't mind me. So, oh yeah, now questions and answer.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about all the certification course on Coursera and Udemy. I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm to take any let's say data analytic course on Coursera or Udemy, is it acceptable too?
Data analytics course.
Yeah, on
So
Coursera
certificate
or Udemy.
certificate only comes into certificate if you, so your question is that can I do you want to drop that question also in the YouTube?
Okay,
Yeah, drop a test in the YouTube so that people will be able to know that okay, this is the question we're answering. Okay, can I can I take courses on Coursera or Udemy on the data analytics, and then is it acceptable? That's the question. Is courses taken on Coursera or Udemy acceptable? Is courses taken on Coursera or Udemy acceptable to come to New Zealand? So is courses taken on Coursera or Udemy acceptable to come to New Zealand? So the answer to that question is relative actually. So I took some courses on Coursera. I took some courses on Udemy. So, but it will get to a level in your data analytics journey that you won't be mentioning those courses. You won't mention them anymore because you not have enough, enough to put enough certifications to put in your CV. But when you are starting up, you can add it to make it make sense. But if you have enough experience, those certificates will not really matter. Certificate and certification are two different things. Certificate and certification are two different things. Certificate and certification are two different things. What is the essence of you learning or going through Coursera or Udemy? One of your one of your key reasons why you go to Udemy or Coursera should be that you want to develop your skills, not for the certificate. They understand that you are developing your skill and they give you certificate thereafter. Now, certificate that they give you thereafter is not certification. Certification is the kind of thing or certificate that you get through examination. And I'll give you an example. So there is a difference between Microsoft Certified Data Analyst exam that Microsoft gift. Microsoft will give you Microsoft Certified Data Analyst Associate. That is PL 300. Yeah, PL 300. Currently, because Microsoft can change it tomorrow. PL 300 is Microsoft Certified Data Analyst Associate. But before you can get it, you will sit for exam. That is certification. Certificate is, oh, you go to Udemy or YouTube and Udemy, and then you go through a course. At the end of the course, you issue certificate. This is a certificate that Madam Pretty has successfully completed this. I can even give certificates because I have access to give certificate as a Microsoft certified trainer, and having maybe probably within a school that will just come up. It might be online, it might be physical. Udemy is online, Coursera is online kind of course. And the reason why I really don't fancy it is because back in the days, 20, I'm talking of 2016, 17, 18, when we were using Coursera, using Udemy, we were together as a team. And then some people we have access to like free Udemy. I have seen some of my colleagues play Udemy on autoplay. They play Udemy on autoplay and they are not online. to watch the course because of certificate that it will give at the end. They just autoplay it. So the stuff will play. If it's going to play for maybe 4 hours or 3 hours, it will just play. Once it finish, it will give them at the end. They didn't watch anything. So, and that is why that certificate is really not what you want to really, put in. What matters most is your skills. Is it developing? Certification comes later in life, not at the beginning. So when I take courses on Udemy now, I'm not bothered about the certificate. I'm bothered about, okay, what value will this course give to me? Not what the certificate will give to me, because the certificate might not really hold water. But if you are starting up, you can add it to support your application. But some of the certificates that can get you overseas job are not certificate that you call certificate. They are certifications. Like all those ones that the Microsoft certified data analyst, the one that you did with Microsoft, or AWS, all those ones that are exam focused, exam based, they are certifications. So I don't know if I've answered that, but you can add it currently. If you take all those courses, you can add it. But the intention of taking that course is not to get certificate, is to get the skills. So get skills first is what I will have said, not focus your attention on the certificate. Because it's skills that give you confidence. And it's confidence that give you, that allows you thrive during interview. Imagine you have all those certificates, they now come and call you that come and prove what you have, or you have certificate, and you cannot prove it. Imagine you do not have the certificate and you are able to prove. Nobody will be looking so much on certificate. So skills supersede those certificates in the short run. But long run now, everybody start looking at, okay, upskilling. Then they start having certifications. All right. I don't know if that answer your question. Thank you very much and for putting it on YouTube. Yeah, skills supersede certificates in the short run. Are you there? Okay. School runs. Next week be school runs for us. So, hey, God. Next week is school runs. Wait, why is it that I have one like on YouTube? Is it possible to pause? You can't pause a YouTube.
Your life no go end in shame. Your business will bring you good. If you believe it, say amen. 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 Amen.
Somebody is asking a question.
So you want a sign that God is
Why do you say New Zealand cannot give you quick money?
and all you need to do is just to say,
You are welcome. What kind of quick money are you looking for? What is quick about money? What is quick about money? There are going to be other things that will take up those money. There are policy systems that will take up money legally. You are going to pay bills. You are going to say, what do you mean by quick money? Quick. And when I say quick, are people that want to do runs. And I'm not talking of people that, so quick money, nothing like quick. Everything is a process. A woman in Israel works there full time and saves about 1,300 New Zealand dollar. Isn't that visible? So what is this woman doing? Because I can't answer what I have one-sided. I can't answer questions for one-sided information. So if he's saving 1,300, save $1,300. How is that quick or not? Child protection officer. So, do you know how many years the person has been working or something? But 1 3 is relative. That money is even relative. Some people even save more than that. Some people can save more than that depending on how their budget is. But when I say quick money, I'm talking of rush money. 1 3, how much is 1 3 monthly? 1 3 monthly is not much now. Or are you talking of this thing? A woman in works there full time and saves about $1,300. Is it $1,300 monthly you are talking about? If it is $1,300 monthly, that's not too much of a money. I've seen people that can save more, far more than that. So either the person is not having too much expenses, or the person is not having a mortgage to pay, or the person is, so there's a lot of factors that are into it. If somebody is having mortgage to pay, mortgage will take like whole chunk of the salary. If the person is just renting, you should be able to save. You should be able to save. So you should be able to save. So when I say fast money, I can't say fast. I think when I was still single, I used to save more. But now, when I came into New Zealand as a single, I was staying in one room. I used to save more. But now, I cannot save too much. Expenses, expenses as is like this. So basically, but you can actually save 1 3 monthly, if you can even save more than 1 3. It depends on your expenses. If you don't have any house that you are if you are financing or you have mortgage or something, you should be able to save that amount. You should be able to save it. But if you have mortgage and everything and you are not earning too much, you won't be able to do that. But I can understand if the person is a tenant or renting, is on renting. My name. So if you are looking for all these, basically, just you are very correct. So just you can save depending on whatever expenses you are between the US and New Zealand. Which would you go for if you were given the chance? I would definitely choose New Zealand. I would choose New Zealand, and reason are obvious. US has more money. US has more money, but foresight, long term view, long term stuff is New Zealand has it for me. New Zealand has long term view, family wise, and which is one of the key reasons why I want to Japa. So family. So New Zealand will give me more family compact, life than US. However, US can give me finances, as in skyrocket finances. But then that skyrocket finances can be lost when my life is gone. So you can lose your life anyhow, anytime. So at least, yeah, they don't have we don't have license say that you have a arms license to arms or something. But there, that way, if you just make million one day, my life is no more. Hey, where's the million? Or my own daughter will just come one day and say, Daddy, I will report you to this thing. They can do it here, but there is a bit small here. So Yeah, Canada is a good place, but then I think family wise, Canada will not be a good place for us because my wife doesn't like cold environment. So their weather will not be favorable. So except I want to remove my wife from the equation, which I cannot. So it will still be New Zealand because of good weather compared to Canada, right? Now Canada, US, all those ones they are still operating on the same level. So if you are really comparing, you should be comparing New Zealand and Australia. Then I will say that okay, maybe I can see, between both of them, still say okay, anyone that, but not compared to US, Canada, UK. I can visit those places. I will visit. I will visit and go and then maybe have some time there. I love to, see there, but not to permanently stay. If you are ready to make money, I don't understand. If you are ready to make money, New Zealand to make money, ah, you will do to make money. There is money actually. There is money in New Zealand as well, but then, but compared to US, pays well. US pays well, but just that some people just have one reason why they want to migrate. There's not too much money in New Zealand, so but it's a good place. We love it like that. The love for money is the beginning of all, is the root of all evil. Who is calling my name? Oh, he will call my name. Oh, Jesus, my name. I will answer a billion times. Who is calling my name? Because if you call my name, I will answer you. It's just what it is. Oh, I have friends that are doing truck driving in US. About they make plenty money. Oh. About they make plenty money. But then yeah, we are good. We're fine. But then family wise, I think family comes first, and then um, I love the medicals here. There are free medicals in New Zealand compared to US. US don't get free anything. They carry you uh, with ambulance. You are gone. My friend was telling me that they have someone that had an accident, and then ambulance came, and the guy was like, "Never, oh, me they don't carry am, oh. Me they don't carry am, oh. He say why? He say because if they carry the guy, the bill that they will give the guy might not be able to pay it during his lifetime. I say, is it that bad? Is it that bad? Ambulance. Calling my name. Jesus is calling my name. Oh. Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer a billion times. Jesus is calling my name. Oh. Jesus, if you call my name, I will answer a billion times. So that's just the thing. We just sprayed out everything, it's fun. Anywhere you find yourself, just just be fine. Just be fine anywhere you find yourself. If you want to Japa, just make sure you Japa right. That's my own. Japa right. If you Japa right, it's not going to be a bit tough. But my people know Japa right. It's always tough here and there. Japa, Japa, Japa. Everybody want the Japa, but then there's a price to pay for Japa, and somebody must pay that price. So if you are the type that is paying the price, no worries. It's fine. We'll catch up some other time. We see when we see. Oh, no, no, no. You're welcome. It is what it is. Okay, somebody say which skills are necessary in New Zealand? Which skills are necessary in New Zealand? I think you should know that there are green list. There are green list role that you need to go to. So whatever you have on the green list, basically, are something that are relevant, very relevant in New Zealand. So which you should be able to put in forward for green list role. All right, now, guys. Thank you very much for this um, going off live shortly. I think we have a very good conversation already for today. So, if your plan is to travel to New Zealand, make sure that you plan it well. Plan it well. Thank you very much.